This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Okay. Betsy, are you ready?
I am so damn excited.
I'm really excited too, because this is a person that like I was just saying to him, I've been thinking about getting him on for almost a 2-year-old's birthday. Almost as many as a 2-year-old's.
Almost a 2-year-old's birthday.
You know how they say like 20 months, 18 months and stuff for babies? It's, right in the getting a personality age of a baby.
Yes.
And I know you've been talking to him as well, right?
Right, yeah. I just saw him I think last week or the week before, and Ghost came up, and I was just like, oh my God, you gotta come on, dude.
How can they not come up, right?
Right?
It's summer. Time to get scared. Well, you have heard his beautiful voice on Spanish Aquí Presents, and you've seen him on Netflix's Gentefied, Carlos Santos.
Hey-o. I'm so happy to be a toddler, invited as a toddler. Very excited.
Boy, my
Thank
intros.
you for coming. Here's some Cheerios.
What you don't know is I have a whole wall that I've been putting an X every time since you've invited me.
I know.
I've been marking up, and I'm running out. I'm glad because I've been running. I was going to run out of space.
It
so now I
looks
could
like
just,
you're marking it with blood, dude.
Yeah, with my blood. Yeah.
Yes,
Honestly,
of course.
It's very scary and concerning what you've been doing.
Listen, we got to deal with how we deal.
You know, you
It is
gotta,
what it is.
At time, what does it mean? I don't know, but I'm bleeding. I'm so excited. So you were telling us before. Well, tell us about your podcast and your show on Netflix. Just tell us about all the things real quick.
Well, Spanish Aquí Presents started out as a team with Riza, Tony, and Oscar. I should say,
All
look
of
at me
them
dropping
have been
names.
on the
Riza,
show.
Lisa, Oscar Montoya, and Tony Rodriguez. We started as a group at UCB back in 2018, and we were doing a live show, and then there was just like a natural progression from just being together all the time, and we started doing a podcast 2 years ago. So we've been doing that for Earwolf for a minute, and it's been, and it's gotten us through the pandemic. I think we switched over to Zoom. I think it was keeping us sane a little bit in that transition.
Seriously,
dude. It's been fantastic. It's been a great journey just to play with these guys. They're really our family. And that's been fun. And that's actually, it keeps the momentum going creatively. I don't think it's a coincidence that by 2019 I booked my first series regular role on Gentefied, which already is out. It's going to be out in the fall for sure.
Oh,
the second season we shot the first season, and the second season we already shot. It's in the can, and
if you haven't watched it, perfect time to watch it and then be like, shit, I'm ready for season 2.
Absolutely, you have time to get ready.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of
exciting.
cliffhangers on the first season, and people. I feel bad for people. I was like, how much do I have to wait?
Yeah.
They went all out.
That's so exciting.
Yeah. So, and now, I'm here, finally.
Thank God.
You did it.
You're the last member of Spanish Aquí to be on the show.
Coming in the rear.
Sorry about
Yes.
it. Now, I've known Tony for 16 years, so that might be.
Wow. I get it. I know where I stand in the hierarchy.
Yeah. And Riza, come on. Riza, the moment I met her, I couldn't get rid of her. She's.
Yeah.
I want to say that's been about 8 years too. Wild. But excited to finally round it out with you. Thank God. Thank God.
That's it. Happy.
So you have another Netflix premiere coming up as well. Hulu.
Oh, Hulu. Yeah.
He's on all the streamers.
Listen, that's the new ABC, NBC, CBS.
It truly is,
I got
man.
on Hulu. I have something coming up on, I can't talk about, but it's coming up on Amazon.
Yes.
Ooh,
So,
yes.
But coming up soon, I did a little part in a comedy called Vacation Friends. And I shot that literally, when I tell you that I shot that the week before the lockdown started.
Dude.
And I shot that in Puerto Rico. And if you know me or if you followed me, I had only a mustache, so I looked very weird. Not weird.
You don't
but
look weird.
Just a mustache. It's a vibe. It's a choice you have to make to just have a mustache. So I rocked it through pandemic because I didn't know when I was going to come back, but I had like one day left and I was on my way to Atlanta when everything, like that weekend shut down. So I decided to go back to LA, and then I had to wait till like September to shoot one day. So like when you see the sequence, there's like, I think I'm walking outside, and then when they cut to the inside, it's been 8 months or 7 months.
Isn't that
from
wild?
one shot to the other, and then it comes back to the past. So you know how it is, movie magic. So just that's a little fun trivia when you catch it. But it's Vacation Friends with John Cena and Little Rel and Yvonne Orji from Insecure.
Great.
And so that was a fun little. It was a fun. I got to play like the manager of the hotel in the movie, and I really went for like a Ricardo Montalban vibe. So I'll leave it at that.
Very good.
Very
I
excited to see how it
cannot
comes
wait to see that.
Yeah.
Oh, and a
That's
mustache.
so rad.
Jesus.
Yeah, and mustache.
That's some shit to see there.
Yeah, just for the mustache alone. I didn't know I had this power. It just takes longer than usual. It takes like 2 months to get my my facial hair. There's literally nothing. I can't. The reason why this is
nothing there,
I cannot grow up. It's like prepubescent cheek. My cheeks are very.
No.
Puberty did not bother. Just like keep going. It's just like I'm out. I'm good. I'm checking
done.
out.
I'm done.
Hair patterns on men, fascinating because they're just different in all their little special ways. Like some guys will just have hair up on their cheeks right by their eyes.
Oh yeah, right up here.
Right.
I assumed that was for some evolutionary reason back in the day, and just
They're like,
to
at that point
be.
you have to move up north. You have to go to Alaska. Like,
yeah,
why waste it?
yeah.
You are meant
in
to
fair
be.
in fair weather.
Yes. You have to be cold all the time. Come on.
Yeah. And women, we just get it all around right on the end of our chin when it comes. Doesn't make any sense. Don't know why it happens. It feels like it's just for
Years of evolution have led to this moment.
it's just cruelty. Maybe it's like, do you know? I've heard that when there are no male lions in a pack, that one of the females will become dominant and grow a mane.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that
Holy
happens all the time,
shit.
but their testosterone levels can rise and then they grow a mane. No, granted, they still don't. I don't think they get a penis or anything, but
Sure.
What
But
if they did?
Maybe in a couple of more million years, that's what's going to happen.
honestly, I think
You can grow a spontaneous penis.
we might be able to figure out a way to just like do it from kissing, like we tell all of our kids. When mommy and daddy had a special kiss, and then
One
that's
special kiss, and now you have a sibling.
we had a special kiss,
And then the
made
kid
a
is
wish.
traumatized. I can't kiss anybody. I don't want to get him pregnant.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't want to have a kid. Nasty.
So I guess we'll just start in by asking you the question we ask everyone, which is, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
I believe there's something going on, man. There's a lot of stuff that's unexplained. I do believe, and I'm healthily, I have a healthy curiosity about it. I feel like anything is possible, really. And there's a lot of stuff that you can't really define by science. And so people always kind of fall in those camps, which I understand, because the same thing happens with a lot of other things. I do believe there's something going out there because I have had experiences that I can't explain. Whether with ghosts or with aliens or stuff like that, like there's something out there.
No,
I know there is.
I think we stopped asking, but I feel like it's still relevant.
Why? What have people been saying?
No, just
no, and I'm leaving this pod right now. You're a joke.
Oh shit, man!
We used to always ask it, like, for people who believe readily. We were like, did you grow up Catholic? Because it feels like there's a nice overlap between.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Venn diagram.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I didn't grow up Catholic. I grew up Protestant.
Okay.
So that's a little bit different.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity though, because
Yeah, that's
Just-
good. You got to you're doing
a lot of Catholics were indoctrinated early about ghosts coming in. So the Holy
a lot
One.
of that guilt, maybe that fear and that
Tons
guilt.
of guilt, tons of fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really great.
Also, the Bible's very paranormal.
Sure.
That's all it is. So you've had alien experience, because sometimes we forget to even ask about that. So you're like, also in 2021, how could we deny them?
Right now, even the government's like, all right, fine. There's stuff out there.
Yes.
Get off my back. No, they timed it pretty well.
man.
People are like, okay, we're dealing with a pandemic. What is it? Aliens? Cool. We'll come back.
Okay, great.
I don't have the
great.
bandwidth right now. Okay, government, I don't have the.
It was so timed. It felt like it was like, okay, a pandemic's happening. Let's just say yes that there are
Yeah.
aliens, but then people are so worried about other stuff.
Yeah.
We'll kind of keep on cruising.
Yeah, I mean, it happened with the murder hornets, and remember last year when all that kept coming out.
I was a
Yes.
little. The murder hornets. I did keep tabs on them for a while.
How are they doing?
I figured out how we combat them is you have to have a whole swarm of bees circle around them, and they vibrate around them until they overheat and the murder hornets die from being too hot.
Are these trained bees, or it's just instinctual, like
Well, I
a
think-
dolphin, like Flipper killing a shark?
It's because they're like, you'll just eat us and just decapitate us and eat our thorax, because that's what they do.
Oh.
Sort of
Wow.
like how killer whales only eat sharks' livers.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
It feels
What
like
are these fun facts that I gotta write
yeah,
down?
holy shit,
You know,
dude.
if
Is
you
this from
spend-
Shark Week or?
Well, now, I'm just going to say, if you spend about 7 hours a night on TikTok, you're going to learn a lot of things that probably aren't
You learned
true.
this all from TikTok.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
TikTok
it.
teens are teaching me everything. It is really funny, though, that they slid that in and everyone was like, oh, we don't care. And yet, on Election Day, I don't know if any Real Housewife fans out there, Erica Girardi announced her divorce, and people are like, what? Now, excuse me, Erica and Tom are getting a divorce? And it truly was the biggest
This
news.
just in, we're cutting election coverage
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
It was truly huge. So I feel like they just need to have a reality show about aliens
Yeah.
with some
I
women
think
who
that's probably-
fight. When
Where some
beautiful
ladies
women,
fight.
beautiful women who fight about the aliens, and trust me,
People will listen.
people not
I'd
only
watch that.
not only will they listen, they will then investigate and know everything about every alien each other alien dated,
Yeah.
who's been
Yeah.
arrested.
That's the way in.
Yep.
You have a lot of fine theories between the bees and the
I didn't come up with the bee
alien
theory.
reality dating show. I think we got something.
I mean, I definitely
got
could
something.
pitch this, I think.
You should.
I feel like
And they're going to be like, Marcy, I'm going to stop you right there. Here's the thing. Production absolutely cannot afford to go explore space to find and cast these aliens. Just the casting
Okay.
alone is too hard.
well, your loss.
Real Housewives of Mars.
All right, I'll stop talking about my stupid things. So you have stories for us, and you have multiple stories.
Yeah, I have a couple things that are kind of like ever present in my mind. You know, there's.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of time things happen, especially when you really got to talk to your family to be like, oh yeah, I remember this, or there's stuff that you forget. But I feel like these couple things happened fairly recently. Or there are things that I talk with my family often. So which one do you want to start with?
Well, we were just talking about aliens.
Okay, so
Yeah.
How
let's
about
talk about
some-
aliens.
Ooh.
So this is the closest thing that I got to. This is a very it's a crazy story because when I tell it, it'll sound like almost like an episode of like Black Mirror, not Black Mirror, but a Twilight episode.
Big Bang
here we
Theory,
go.
Big Bang
so
Theory.
from Good Luck for the two guys, 2.5 Men. Anyway,
And a pizza.
at a pizza place. So when I was living in New York, and I moved because I lived in LA. Then I moved to New York. When I was moving back to LA, this was 2011. I drove. I basically got a truck with my girlfriend at the time, and it was just it seemed cheaper, and it actually worked out. I did cross country with like a moving truck with all my stuff.
Whoa.
And I drove to LA, and we had a lot of people on the way, so it ended up being like a like a week and a half trip because I would stay with friends or with family. Fine. We mapped it out pretty perfectly. But towards the end of it, we were in Arizona. And so there's a lot of desert that you kind of have to drive through. And at some point we were in the gas station and my ex-girlfriend was just like focused on the sky. Cause you're driving, you're not paying attention. She was looking up and she was like, hey, did you see that? There's like a light, that light just moved to the side and then just stopped. And I was like, what? It's like, yeah, that one. Cause there was a very prominent star or light that looked, like a very, sometimes stars,
or like you'll be like, oh, that must be a planet because it's so big or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Whoa. It was very specific. He's like, no. I was looking at it and then it moved and then it stopped. So for like most of that, when we kept driving, she was intensely looking at it and I was like, well, just let me know if it moves again because this is great. Yeah. I'm trying to drive. I'm driving a U-Haul truck. I gotta, I just want to keep us safe. So here's where it gets crazy.
What a
so
guy.
She was so,
what a guy.
So she,
just want to keep us safe.
Listen, I'm a protector, first of all. So we were literally, it was already like pitch black because it was kind of getting late, but it was like driving late, as you know, if you've ever gone to Vegas, there are areas or stretches of desert that have no lights. So it was pitch black. We were driving pitch black in the middle of the desert and all of a sudden, I'm driving. A tire from the U-Haul blows out.
No.
So it blows out. I'm driving full speed. I just instinctually just kind of keep the truck together. And this is a truck that's full of crap that if you, it could kind of keel over if you make any sudden left.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there were no cars behind, no cars in front. I was able to just slowly stop the truck, right? So I got it off to the emergency. There was no emergency. It was just grab the sand, the desert.
Yes.
Just the desert.
I stopped in the desert.
Just a bunch of cacti.
Right. And so I guess I'll say this before I continue because it keeps getting weirder. We freaked out, but my ex-girlfriend really freaked out because she was like, this was my fault. Because she was so intently looking at the questionable star, and she started talking to it with her mind. She was like, hey. She said, hey. And she literally freaked out. She was white because she said, I'm so sorry. I was looking at the thing and I said, if you're real, give me a sign. Bam! And the tire blew out exactly when she said that. Yes.
Oh,
and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you asking for
my chin hairs?
Marcy's got a beard.
Yeah. So literally, so she's freaking out. I'm trying to first of all, this is 2011, so GPS wasn't that I feel like I didn't have a smartphone at the time, or I did have a smartphone, but the GPS and everything, I had no idea where I was.
Especially out in the desert, it doesn't work as well.
So no signage, so I can't even I don't even know who to call, where to go.
Also, the U-Hauls come with a spare.
Right, but at that moment, I think no, it didn't. I had to call. You have to call. We ended up calling somebody, but let me get to it.
Fucking spare.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would
but
think.
It was a big truck, so I didn't even know.
That's why you're yeah, you have a special tire. Give me that tire.
Yeah.
People steal it all the time, I'm sure.
We were all freaking out.
Okay.
So we're sitting there in pitch black and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do because we can't. First of all, I got to find out who you call because I think we knew, or the paper, when you sign the stuff, it tells you that there's a number you can call, and everywhere you go, there's going to be a local person that's in charge of like AAA to come help you in these situations. So we knew that's what we wanted, but we had no idea where we were. So even if we called somebody, we're like, where do you come? There's nothing. It's just pitch black.
Oh, God.
So when I tell you that, a second after we're trying to figure this out, a car just comes right next to us. And just literally, within a couple minutes, a car just, I'm like, okay, we're going to get murdered. This is it. This is how it ends. We're in the middle. This is like every movie that you see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got on a phone with a family member. So the car stops right in front of us, right? Okay, so there's the car. It stops. It's it feels like a car from the 80s too. It's has a bunch of shit in the back.
Fucking
it has a bunch
Men
of
in Black.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, okay, well, here we go. So I said to my ex-girlfriend, just stay on the phone just in case. I'm going to get out. And so 2 people come out. So just imagine like 2 people get out of the car. Okay.
Oh God, no!
And you can't really see very well. You can't really see very well. I mean, I couldn't really see because they're getting out and the light's not hitting them in their face. But all I heard as soon as they got out was a like a heavy breathing, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, this is gonna not. What is happening? Like, this is. And then they started walking towards me, and then it turned out to be this super wonderful gentleman from Puerto Rico. I'm from Puerto Rico. The odds of that happening are in Arizona.
In Arizona, yeah.
Yeah. So this gentleman is like, hey, and then it's just I guess his wife had a breathing problem. So imagine like, literally, she just had asthma, but imagine you're not seeing very well and somebody coming,
Like,
and then
what's the lady say
like
in the car?
crescendo, and then the light hits them and they're like, oh, you need some help or whatever. They were the nicest people that just stopped to help us out. But this is why it's crazy, because even then I feel like they had a phone book, like an old school phone book. They tore a page. They said, oh, this is where you are. Here's a number you can call, like a AAA thing or whatever. What? And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Do you want some money? Like I said, no, just pay it forward. It was one of those like, I think this is an angel. These are angels.
Like
that's what it's sounding like to me.
Angels with asthma that just.
Yeah.
And then true, like if this was like like if you want to have end it with a button at the end, as they were getting back in the car. They were like, all right, well, be safe. And and you see there was like off in the very distance, there was like a little bit of like a light, like a building with light. And they were like, just be careful because that's a prison and some people escaped like a few days ago. So just be careful. They got in the car and they left, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening right now?
And then you looked
when
it
you're
up,
in the
and
pitch black, you start imagining and seeing and hearing stuff.
Also, the people who escaped were an elderly Puerto Rican couple.
Yes.
One had asthma.
Psychopaths like to lick too.
The asthma assassin.
So then we waited, and then the people, there was a truck that we got a hold of a truck. And they came in, they switched the stuff out, and we were on our way. But that was one of the, like, to this day, I think about it, and it's like, what? It's like you could see it on an episode of something. It was
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was interesting. So I don't know if that was contact, but, the fact that she felt very guilty and that we were looking at the thing and then the tire hit, but nothing really, but we were still essentially safe. It was a lot. It was a lot to handle. So that's like Alien mixed with Angels.
And the phone book really gets me of tearing it out and being like, here you go, this is where you are. That is so strange, especially when it is like technology is there.
Mm-hmm. Well, who do you know keeps a phone book in their car?
Well, my dad used to keep those. I mean, not since he was really into Garmin's when those came out, but you remember those books that had every street in America on it?
Oh yeah, the
the yellow
Thomas Guide. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I remember the kids. If you're listening, when we were kids, our parents would literally just look at a fucking map and go.
Just a map.
Or you would get MapQuest, but then print it out and
then it would
figure
be
out
weird.
left on, right on.
It's only in blue and yellow right now. It's hard to read.
It's so hard to read. Just
But very interesting about your ex saying that she felt guilty, because I've heard a lot of people who have had, not a lot, I've heard the few people I know who believe that they have had encounters with something from another world. They have a feeling that the more they think about it or the more they talk about it, the more likely it is to happen again. Like
materializes,
almost like it's like
manifesting
they're
it,
like a beacon for it.
Oh, interesting.
So that that is a common feeling among people who have had encounters, that they're like, I thought about it too much, or I focused on it, or I made a
they're in
that
tune.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that actually, it makes sense too, not only for aliens, but a lot of times, and I think she also had these experiences when she was younger, where she would see people like people that had died, or they had It's weird. Maybe I'm just surrounded by. I think I've just come to realize that I might just attract or be surrounded because my family is similar in that sense. But there's a thing. This is not the first time. Like I've known people, friends that were like when they were younger, they knew that something was up, and they were like, I don't want this power. I don't want this thing. And then it would go away, and then it would stop. When they're after their whatever age, where they're like, I don't want to deal with this. This is too much. And so like that connection, that being in tune with spirits or ghosts or whatever that you want to call it. So I think it there's something to it. It's like it's like a radio. Like you're tuning into a frequency.
Right. Yeah. And that other side or extraterrestrial thing is like, oh, we got a station,
we got somebody
man. We got a
just
station.
tuned into this person.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, there are a lot of things in human nature that make us attracted to something that is similar to us or familiar. Not even that it like looks, but there's something intuitively that I believe we know that people are attracted to the same type of people over and over, and, and they maybe wouldn't have even guessed it because it's like, or that you keep finding yourself, just in similar situations. So if that makes sense. I tell you though, as a child, if you would ask me, would you like the ability to see ghosts? Not knowing anything at all, I would have been like, absolutely, please, now. I want to, even if it's a dead, gory body, give it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see ghosts.
Okay, yeah.
But maybe it's like an impressionable thing because if you don't, it's one of those things like if you're not ready for it and you start seeing these things and you start having these experiences. And you're not in control, and you're like that could be very scary too if you're not.
Well, I think it's
you don't have context for it. Like if you're like, oh, I want this, it's different.
I think if it had happened, I probably would have been like, oh no.
Never mind.
Although I do remember, no, it didn't happen to me, but when we were kids, I was very young when my dad's mom died. I was like 4, I think, when she died, maybe a little younger. But my sister, who's 6 years older, would have dreams about her all the time. So she would make me come sleep with her because she was afraid, and she would inevitably kick me out of the bed, and then I would sleep on the floor because I was too scared to go back to my room.
Too scared.
Sure.
But I think she would see. We used to talk about how we would see my grandmother in our rooms.
Well,
I don't remember it though, but I remember. I don't know if I was just a liar or something, but I remember being like, "Oh yeah, she's always in the
false memory."
Yeah.
Wow.
You can keep talking about it. I mean, you'll never know if you don't, because that's the thing. Like, we're not really good. Like, memories are very tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, but maybe you have better trivia, Marcy, but I feel like a memory is basically remembering the last time you remembered the thing and not the actual thing.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times memories keep changing, like telephone, and then you end up like, was it me? I didn't.
Same thing with science.
Yeah.
Science is just based on the last thing that was discovered. And that actually might be a factual statement.
There it is.
We never go back 100 years.
It is now.
We're like, this is what we currently know. Hey, whatever.
Whoa.
That really like blows my mind.
What a wild, weird night.
Yeah.
Something was up, man. Yeah, something was up.
Also, I'm sure you guys talked about it for hours after it happened.
I mean, we were still driving. We were trying to make it to LA, so we had at least 6 hours left of driving because I wanted to get that night. I didn't want to stop anywhere.
Right.
You know what? This is why my parents have a very hard and fast rule of no night driving.
Yeah.
When you're traveling long distances.
Yeah.
They'll wake up at 4 a.m. and drive in the dark then, but you don't drive it in the dark at night.
It makes sense.
Yep.
Old people.
But that was the last leg,
Yeah,
I was like, I just want to get there.
You're like, I'm not spending $140 on a shitty hotel room in Arizona. Like, no.
Yeah. No.
I'm a man. I can do this, baby.
Get me a Red Bull. Let's go.
Yeah. Now we're talking. Whoa.
And then you have other ones too. That's like a
so that's like alien related, but I guess in a weird way is also like some kind of protective angel thing. So that's interesting.
A lot of people think angels and aliens are the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes it. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Doesn't it?
Listen.
Hey.
I'm not mad at that take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with my family is like my sister. I have 2 older sisters. They're 10 years older than me. And they basically have a gift of dreaming or dreaming about our relatives. When one of my sister dreams, has had situations where she has a dream where before somebody passes, they go to her to say goodbye.
Oh, wow.
This has happened with multiple relatives. So they basically come to say, hey, I'm gonna, and then one of the most vivid ones that she remembers is my uncle. He was very sick, and she literally that night before he passed, he like said goodbye, turned around, and there was like this huge light and angel people like it was this huge thing. And then my older sister has a thing where she dreams after they pass, when they come to say, hey, everything's cool, everything's fine, don't worry about that stuff, like this is the thing. And that's happened on multiple times, including with my dad. So this is the best example of that, of my oldest sister. My dad passed in 2012, and so there was a moment in between the transition where we were trying to, I was still in California, my sister had to come to work for something in San Diego, so I met my sister and my mom. And obviously we're trying to get my mom, because my mom took care of my dad for a long time. So we were like focusing and make sure that she was okay during that transition more than anything. And so my sister had a dream, and this is the level of like the dream, how that manifests. So okay, let's see how I can explain it. So in her dream, she's in the hotel room that she's currently staying. Okay.
Yeah.
So in her dream, she's in the hotel room and she's in the whatever. And then suddenly out of the bathroom, my dad comes out. He's like, hey. And my sister's like, what? Like in the dream, she realizes, like, it's not like, oh, my dad. It's like, oh, this is what's happening, Dad. What? And so he basically says, this is what my dad says. My dad says, hey, listen, I just want to let you know that everything is fine. Don't worry about me. But you really have to be very careful with my mom. She's like gonna like please folk, like basically saying like you have to look out for her right now because it's X, Y, or Z or whatever. Uh-huh. And in the dream, this is where it gets crazy. My middle sister and my mom walk into the room. So it's like they're having this conversation. So imagine my older sisters and my dad are talking. Then my middle sister and my mom walk in, and in the dream they don't see my dad. So in the dream, they walk into my oldest sister talking to herself, and they're like, "Are you okay, Maribel? Like, what's going on?" And my oldest sister is like, "What? You don't? What?" That's like Inception levels.
That is so like almost like in her dream. Yeah. Dream mom and sister kind of straight manning her.
Yeah.
Okay. In her own dream. Whoa.
But it seems like if your dad wanted her to know, like, no, this is real and it's happening to you, like maybe that's like the way to show it. Like,
the crazy thing is that the reality of the dream is basically that. Like, she's the one that's receiving the message, and the people in her dream are not privy to it. So that was pretty wild. But I mean, it wasn't the first time that it happened.
Right.
And my mom for a long time also felt my dad's presence in her house. But my mom's a G. My mom was like, come on, man, like, this is a funny way of saying it, but he was like, all right, you gotta go on. This is like like she was very, she's a warrior, man. Mom's. So even to a point where she would feel him in bed, or she would feel the energy, like stuff would happen in the house. And right after he passed, and I was like, Mom, why are you so mean to my dad? He just wants to hang out. She would be like, all right, you go, like, this is not your, you go to your whatever. This is in your plane of existence now. Right. It's okay. You can go on. Yeah. So
I bet in real life too, she'd be like, don't fuss over me. You take care of yourself now.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's all, everybody's just like, don't worry about me. So he's worrying about her.
That's so nice, though.
Oh. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so that's something that I've never, actually, to be honest with you, I just had a dream with my dad today. This is weird. And I woke up with that feeling of like, I just was like, hanging out with, so that'll happen every once in a while too, while he comes to my dreams. But I know he's coming to visit. Like the moment, whatever the dream's happening and he shows up, I'm like, We hug. We
Yes.
it
That's
stops.
so nice.
Sometimes it's a part of the dream, but for the most part, like when he comes, it's like, okay, I'm here. Thank you for coming to visit me. Let's hang out for a second.
That's so amazing to like be there, like to understand that in your dream. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is so. Yeah, there's something special about that, being able to be like, oh no, okay, now is the time where we can.
You put a pause in this adventure that I'm having in my dreams right now.
Yeah.
And to not feel the disappointment when you wake up that it was just a dream too. To know that it, like it feels like something was taken away from you if in the dream you think he's here. Like, whereas if you think, oh, he's visiting, then you wake up and just know that it was a nice visit too.
Yeah, it's a warm feeling because I feel like sometimes depending on how I wake up, I'll forget what I dreamed. Sometimes I'll remember. Sometimes I remember specific things. Oh, I got to tell you something else about my ex-girlfriend. I do have a dream thing, but it's not about dead people. Let me see how I can say this. I have a weird thing where I think I prophesy people having children. Okay, let me explain.
Yeah.
This is crazy. See, now I'm remembering. One of my best friends from back home, childhood friends, a few years ago, got pregnant with twins. So my other friend called me. He's like, "Hey, did you hear?" or whatever. So I was very early in the morning, so I was just waking up, and I got the information. And as soon as I heard, I was like, "It's gonna be 2 girls." I mean, there wasn't. So I recorded myself. That I was like, "Hey guys, it's whatever date it is. It's 9 a.m. I just wanted to put it on record that as soon as Hector told me that Miguel was pregnant with twins, it's going to be 2 girls. I'm going to just put it on record." And lo and behold, when they finally found out, I was like, I sent them the video to prove that it was 2 girls.
That's
incredible. But this is the freaky part with the connection. This is going to really blow your mind because this just happened. My ex-girlfriend, who I haven't talked to since we broke up because it didn't end well.
Oh, no.
In 2012.
Get into it. Tell us whose fault it was.
Yeah.
No,
that's a different podcast.
I'm doing a spinoff, and it's called "I Want to Know Your Business."
Yeah, volume 2. So the same girl I had the experience with the alien. We broke up. I haven't talked to her in, I guess, 10 years, almost 10 years. But I think it was last summer. Or during the pandemic, I was dreaming that I was in like this like mall shopping place talking or whatever, and I was just having a conversation, and she showed up. I saw her from the corner of my eye walking towards me, and in my dream I was like, oh, boy. Like even in my dream I was like, oh, this is weird. It's been so long, but she kept coming towards me because I thought she was gonna walk by, but she literally came around and said hi to me, and I was like, hey. And so we actually had like a, hey, how's it going? How have you been? And she goes, well, and she points down to her stomach. And I was like, oh? And that's as far as I remember from the dream. I woke up, I was like, did I just dream that Maria, like my ex-girlfriend, came to tell me in my dreams that she's pregnant? Because she's married and but so again, I record myself. I'm like, hey, it's 8 a.m. on so-and-so. I just want to put it on record that my ex just came to my dream to tell me that she was pregnant. I love these
captain's logs you do.
Well, otherwise I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
And when I tell you that 10 days later, she was a Miss Universe at some point, and she's worked in it.
Holy shit!
So she's basically humble brag. But basically she was in the she stays in the news. This is to say they wrote an article about her because she presented this information. This is why in the Puerto Rican newspaper, 10 days, literally. I had the dream, and 10 days later, it was like, I think it was June 10th and June 20th, the article came out that she was officially saying that she was pregnant.
Holy
How do you explain that?
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
It's
dude.
wild.
It was her doing some petty astral projection. Oh, hi, Carlos.
So.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it didn't feel negative, but the fact that there's still some kind of connection after all, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Especially with someone that has proven in the past they kind of have telepathic inclinations.
Sure.
Right.
I'm telling you, she was like, just so you know, I don't want you to read it in the papers.
Yeah, you deserve to find out before.
Yeah.
See,
but not a person.
To this day, I have not talked to her. Like, I haven't seen her or talked to her.
If you listen, tell us what happened.
Yeah.
I want to know your business.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Maybe 10-year anniversary since we haven't. Maybe we'll turn. But anyway, so that happened. And then as far as like spooky on stuff that might have happened, I was living in another apartment a few years ago. And it was like an old building, like one of those, like your typical, like the bathroom has like the pink.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? That kind of.
Yep.
That vibe. That LA, like, what was it? 50s, 60s?
Yeah.
Like 70s?
Yeah, something like that.
It has a name, but I don't know. I don't know enough about architecture.
It's not mid-century modern.
Yeah,
No?
it's the thing with the pink. Because
Yeah.
I feel like
I
I've
know.
seen those buildings and those how they have like that pink tile or like that pink sink.
Yep.
Okay.
Medford's
So
bathroom
I lived there for about 6 years, but sometimes things would just happen. And there was one time where it was very concentrated, and I don't know if it was negative energy. I don't know what it was, but there was like, I remember within the span of like 2-3 days, for example, frames started to fall. So like these frames would just like fall, right? And I was like, oh boy, here we go. The smoke alarm would go off, and I wasn't cooking. A couple times, I was like, the battery, and it only happened that one time. It never happened again. Before it was the same smoke alarm,
Right.
But it just went off. I'm like, is this what's happened? Is there like a gas leak? Is this also like a? But it wasn't. And this is the craziest thing that happened to me. One time, I was in my shower, and my shower is one of. It was like it wasn't the curtain. It's the one with like the sliding door.
Yep.
And it has like a top thing.
Oh no.
Like if you want to put like your phone, like or whatever. But I never put anything on top.
That's not what it's for.
It's not what it's for. But if you want to listen to music and you want to
don't put your
whatever,
phone up there, guys. It's gonna fall into the shower.
Right. That's just an example. It's just it's it's a surface basically.
Yes.
It's not like a rod. It's a surface.
Yeah. For the tracks of the sliding. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only saying this because I was literally just showering, and all of a sudden, clink, 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 a dime fell on the tub. I've never put money. There was never a time. First of all, there was never been a time where I put any kind of money on that surface. And second, this is the only thing that my mind would be like, well, And second of all, the amount of vibrations for a coin that you would need for a coin to slowly make its way down and balance out and fall. I have no explanation, but a dime. Imagine you're showering and you hear a clink, 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 clink.
Ew.
And you look.
Where do you think it landed? Where was the first impact? Was it in front of you?
It landed behind me.
Because
so like if it's a tub in the shower.
Because here's the thing that people. This is the only theory I have on this because I've heard people talk about this before, and especially for men who have change in their pocket, they will take a nap, and the change will come out, and then it will stick to their back when they're asleep. Like they'll roll on it, and it'll stick to their back because you're sweaty or whatever when you sleep, and then when they take a shower, it falls off later. But that is the only thing that I've heard people talk about that like maybe that could be what it is.
I mean, it makes sense.
But
it makes sense, but
if
never
but if it felt like
I don't remember what was I doing right before.
Rolling around in dimes.
Yeah, I would have had to take in a nap in the couch because there definitely would be no money in my bed. Like, I mean, it makes sense.
But that's the only thing that I just remembered hearing people be like, "Well, that could be what it is." But
the problem is that it happened that same time, so I was like, "Okay, well,
when other shit was going down." Yeah.
So maybe it could have been, but also because I was already like, "What else is happening, guys? What are we doing?"
I'm not debunking this. I'm just saying. I'm just offering the other. If other people or like sometimes
it tracks. I mean, it could very well be. It could have been sweaty and sticky, and
you have like just dimes all over your.
And the dime. But I started doing research, and there was such a I started looking up if it happened to people, and there is such a thing where people experience money being put in places like in their house, or money appears, and it's a sign. It's not a negative thing.
Yeah, that's my aunt sign to my cousin is when she finds change, and it's usually I think it's stacked, like specifically stacked.
Yeah, stacked. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've heard. So obviously I went online. I was like, oh, what? Am I alone in this?
Right.
Who gets pennies? Who gets dimes thrown at them while they're naked?
Very objectifying ghost.
I wonder like if something was there, like what kind of a person would have been there, because it's an apartment, so it could be anybody from any year.
Right. And just for like a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, I'm going to fuck around here for a little bit, and then I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't leave. Maybe they do. Maybe they manifest. Maybe like whatever. I don't know. It's a lot.
Also, to be like, a ghost is looking at me naked.
Yeah. Well.
You like what you see?
How about that? How about that, Beth?
I'm an exhibitionist, but only for the paranormal.
Aren't we all?
I used to feel weird being naked in front of animals. Like, oh no.
Really? They're like judgment from animals?
I get that.
But they're naked.
They're covered.
Yeah,
I think when you're clothed, they're like, what is this?
What is that?
Animal doing? Putting clothes on.
Those are really, I mean, you do have quite a bit. Now, was there another one that you haven't told? I
think those were the main ones that like are recent and are like very specific, like not being explained. I'm sure there's more, but honestly, like right now I would have to.
No. I just want to make sure we weren't missing any.
Yeah.
And so all of that said, like, do you have any feelings about what, like, is there meaning, or what do you think it is? Like, do you think it's just like a random thing that happens, or?
No, I'm always very in tune, but you know that thing. It's the reason why I'm right in the middle of it all is because there's confirmation bias. Mm-hmm. Obviously, humans have that.
Yeah.
So if you start looking for something, the signs will show up and confirm what you're thinking. So that could be a positive or a negative. Yeah. There's also unexplained stuff, but like I'm the type of person that's open, and like I'll tell you a great example. When I was little, I found there was never Santa Claus. Spoiler alert, guys. Whoever listening. When I was little, that never like hurt. Like, let me see how most kids have the thing where they're like, oh, I found out Santa Claus doesn't exist. And for some reason, there was never a conversation in my house that he wasn't real. But by the time that I knew it didn't matter. And in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, my parents are giving me gifts. I'm sure there's got to be some gifts that might be magical that come from. Like in my mind, I was like, I'm open to it. Like it didn't feel like I was being lied to, but I think it more is like if you have that kind of imagination and. I was like, yeah, sure, the parents, Santa Claus, whoever, the gifts are coming. Let's go.
I'm taking them, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one got me what, so there could be a chance that there's a gift that they didn't bring, and they're all like, did you do it? No, did you? All right.
All right, well, he's happy.
So in that manner, that's how I feel like I view this thing, where it's like, I'm open, like if people have these experiences, like to downright just like invalidate people's experiences, I think is wrong, but also like, because there's no the science as we want, the proof that we want scientific sometimes is not as strong. So who knows?
Now,
I got one more thing.
Oh, okay.
This is like anticlimactic, but it's still kind of fun. When I was a long time ago, I worked for LATV as a host, local television station here when I first started. And do you remember that Michael Keaton movie, White Noise?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I don't. Just give me a little hint of what it is, because I'm sure other people don't know either.
It really brought to attention. Bryce, you want to?
I actually can't really remember too much.
So it's basically like voices and stuff coming out of like white noise TV, like static.
Okay.
It really brought into the mainstream the whole thing about like ESP, like the two gentlemen. There's the couple, the gentleman and old lady that were. Basically, I feel like after that, people were like, "Oh, okay, so like you could record stuff and then play it back." And
Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yes, that's it. Stars of The Conjuring, yes.
Exactly. Nah, that was your way in, exactly. So that came out. I can't remember. It was like 2010 Whenever it came out.
I remember renting it on video.
This was like 2005, I'm going to say. 2005, 2006. Anyway, I did the press junket, and they did it at the Roosevelt. And so they took people so they took the people that were doing, they did it instead of doing like a press junket like a regular one, they brought them in. We got to meet them, we got to talk to them.
Whoa.
As part of like the junket. So we went to one of the rooms that had the most whatever, and he caught me off guard because he was basically had everybody.
Is Ed Warren or Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton. No, it was Ed. It was Ed Warren.
Well, just make sure. Just wanted to make sure because
not the actor pretending to be the Well, he wasn't playing himself. It's based on that. Either way,
yes,
you get it.
I just want to make sure that
both of them are there. Yeah. So we're in we make our way, crews, everybody like that's covering it. And so he starts doing the thing where it's like, oh, and this is what we usually do. We ask for whatever, and we ask questions. And then I was close to him, and he went, and do you have anybody you want to talk to? I was like, Tio Frankie, like my uncle, the one that passed that I told you about.
Yeah.
I was like, Tio Frankie. Because I was like, huh?
Right.
So I just said it. And he was like, okay, and he kept recording. And so that was interesting. So that happened, right? So I was also in charge of editing it.
Yes.
And
yes.
So when I was editing it, and I got to that clip that I was putting the thing, two things happened, which one could be a coincidence, but the other one is kind of crazy. When you play that video back, in that moment when I go Tio Frankie, you hear a whoa. So he goes, is there anybody you want to talk to? But it sounded like it could be the cars outside because you could hear everything. But the timing of it is like you're hearing everything normal, and it goes, is there somebody you want to talk to? Tio Frankie.
Hello.
And that's the thing you could miss. You could be like, oh, that's a coincidence. But when I was editing it, and I got to that point and I played it, my computer shut down.
Dude.
My entire computer, not like it didn't like that the app closed out. My computer turned off completely. I had to restart everything. I was like, what?
Shit.
That's wild.
And this was a long time ago. So I just see if you keep talking about it, you start.
Yeah, more and more things.
You know what I think that was? Again, similar to your sister. That was
a dime that was stuck in.
It was a dime stuck in her butt. I think that was like reinforcing, like, hey, if you think this isn't real, here's some other reasons why you should think it's real.
Right. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's wild.
It might have happened once or twice, but then I was able to like finish editing it because at that point I was like, I don't want to like lose,
right?
Because I gotta turn it in.
Yeah.
So.
Whoa! I can't believe you met Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's great.
Yeah, because back then they weren't that. This is before Conjuring, so people weren't really like, like.
Right.
Was it fangirling or whatever the phrase?
That was before people were like showing their tits to Lorraine Warren.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You gotta flash your titties to her.
Finally, though, they're just as...
I love you. Am I possessed?
Son of boobs.
Man, you do have a lot of amazing stories.
It's crazy because, you normalize it. You don't really talk about it much. So you're like, eh. Yeah. And then it doesn't, and that's not until you actually like say it, people are like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Keep going.
Yeah. That is why we have this podcast, because we always ask people, or I always get into that conversation. At some point talking to me, I'm going to meander around to like, ever seen a ghost? And you're gonna tell me.
Yeah, you're on the hunt. You're constantly what is it called when you're recruiting?
Yes,
you're recruiting.
It's constantly like when people are missionaries and they go around and you're like, oh, this very attractive person's being very nice to me, and then you're like, oh, here it is. Now they're asking me if I've accepted.
Do you have a relationship with ghosts?
Yeah, we should start knocking on doors, Marcy.
All right,
you should see the pamphlets.
Yeah.
I always answer the door when those people come in, and then I'm like,
really?
I hate it though, because I'm like, have big windows in the front of the house so you can kind of see me. So
see, I would just be like, through the window, like, no, I'm
thanks.
Good. I
don't like to help anybody.
Nope. Nope.
That sucks. I mean, for them, it's just not a good experience. It's not a good.
Yeah.
It's a bad setup.
It's a bad setup.
It's a bad setup for
Especially
everyone.
if you don't like that kind of confrontation where you feel bad about closing. Some people, if more power to you. If you could just be like, get the hell out of here.
I tell you that whenever I do talk to them, they're like, thank you. People, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
Your neighbors?
Of course.
Rude.
And then you should be like, well, because this isn't pleasant for anybody, is it?
And they're like, we know.
Nobody likes this.
We were lied to when we took the job. So if unless you have another recovered memory.
I think this is a good.
Okay, great. Would you like to listen to a listener story?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to pull one right up.
Hi, Marcy and Betsy. My name is Sarah. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I am such a big fan of your show. Thank you so much for making it. My spook tolerance has definitely gone up thanks to you guys, as well as Bigfoot Collectors Club, too. Love both of these podcasts. So I have a few scary sleep paralysis stories. I've already told Bigfoot Collectors Club my poltergeisty home stories, but I can tell those to you guys, too, if you want me to. Otherwise, I have 2 sleep paralysis stories. I've had it a dozen times, too many to count, but I have 2 that are by far the scariest. I think just simply because they lasted the longest and they were really difficult to get out of. The first one, I was at my high school boyfriend's house and he was really sick and his family was out of town. And so I was kind of there watching him because he had food poisoning. And he finally goes to sleep. It's pretty late. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep as well. And I'm really afraid of basements. And I was really afraid of his basement because I don't know why. He had this fireplace down there. It looked like a gremlin was just bound to pop out of it. For some reason, to me, I don't know why. I couldn't stop thinking about a damn gremlin popping out of that fireplace. Anyway, so he goes upstairs and immediately I want to follow because I don't like his basement. I didn't like being alone in really any basement. But my ears started ringing so loud, it felt like the entire world around me was ringing too. And then I realized I can't move. And so I, for whatever reason, think of the scariest thing possible, which was the scene from the Conjuring movie where the Bathsheba lady, jumps down onto the sister from the wardrobe. That's, the scariest scene in that movie for me. And so for whatever reason, that's what I thought of. And I'm thinking, shit, I got to get out of here because there are demons coming for me. This is not good. And so I am wiggling. I fall to the ground and I'm weakly crawling and I get to the stairs, the bottom of the stairs, and I look up at the light and then I wake up back in my boyfriend's bed. And so I'm like, oh my God, this is not happening. And so I wiggle, and I fall out of bed onto the ground, crawl to the bottom of the steps, and then wake up back in his bed. And I swear to you guys, that happened about 15 to 20 times. It was terrifying. I finally woke up from it, and I ran upstairs as fast as I possibly could. And it was that was the scariest thing at the time that had ever happened to me. And yeah, I couldn't get over how real it was. It's really hard to know, how real is sleep paralysis? I don't know, because it feels so real. My second story was equally as real, but it happened during the daytime, so it made it all the more confusing to me. So I was unemployed last summer due to COVID, and I was really stressed out about it for obvious reasons. And so I would spend most of my day applying to jobs, but then I would also take time for depression naps because it was just a really sad summer. And so one of these days I'm taking a nap and I am fully asleep, but I wake up to the sound of my front door of my house opening and closing. And so I'm thinking, okay, it could either be my mom or it could be my boyfriend. But these big, heavy boots are clomping around my house. And it's your loved one's footsteps. You know what I mean? The sound of their footsteps. At least I do. And so I'm okay, that's definitely not my mom. And if it's my boyfriend, I don't know why he's walking so aggressively, right? And then I see this shadow of this big burly man standing in the doorway of my bedroom because I didn't have the doors closed. I was home alone. And immediately I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm going to get murdered. And I'm like awake in my mind, but asleep in my body. Like, this is bullshit. Like, I thought at least if I was going to go out, I'd have more of a fighting chance. Like, what? And so I'm like trying to like grab my phone, but I'm so weak because it's like, you know, it's like you're paralyzed. It's sleep paralysis. And so I'm like trying to grab my phone. This is another thing that happens. I call it floppy finger. It happens in a lot of my nightmares where I'm like being chased or like being pursued by some attacker, and I am like trying to dial 911, but I can't press any of the right buttons. And so I keep on being like, it would be like 913, fuck. And it's like kind of like how it is. It's like I just can't seem to get the right combination of numbers. So I'm doing that, and I'm like persistent, you know, because I like keep hitting all the wrong numbers, but I'm like, one of these days I gotta get the right combination, right? Anyway, so finally I hear this whisper in my ear, except it wasn't like a whisper in my ear. It was like in Harry Potter, like Voldemort's whispering is like that. Like, it just felt like it was like all consuming. And it goes, I'll try to recreate it. It goes, "Are you awake?" And it woke me up so fast out of my sleep paralysis. My body was suddenly so awake. And it was like I had chills and I was shitting my pants and I was so fucking terrified. I think I don't even remember what I did. I don't remember if I stayed at my house. I want to say I got the hell out of here, though. I hope I did, because that is some sketchy shit. I was really paranoid. I at least did like a walkthrough to make sure that there was no big scary man in my house and that it was all just like in my head. If it was even in my head, who knows? But yeah, those are my two scary sleep paralysis stories that to this day haunt me, and they're the reason I don't take naps. And yeah, so anyway, thanks again for the pod. And honestly, I hear a lot of people say don't shit your pants, but as somebody who was really sick on a trip in India when she was 22 and she shit her pants, I say go for it. Whether you thought it was a fart or you got scared by a ghost and you shit your pants, just, you know, clean yourself up and get back out there. There's no shame. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Bye.
Whoa.
Well, that took a turn. That took a turn at the end.
Great advice. You know what?
Great advice. Let it rip.
So
Clean up.
So she got stuck in a time loop is what she's saying, basically. I've never heard that kind of sleep paralysis.
I've never heard of that either.
It's like some Doctor Strange shit. Like,
that would scare me so much.
Yes.
The like,
just
especially
waking,
especially like crawling to yourself, and then like that truly is like actual nightmare fuel. Like that's rough.
That's so scary.
yeah. Also, imagine she sees a boot print at whenever like she's cleaning or somebody's cleaning and they see like a big ass like from the second.
I did.
Or like an indentation in the carpet. You're like, wait a minute.
Now,
size 13.
Oh God.
It definitely did cross my mind that, you know, in all of the world's serial killers, that someone has woken up and thought they heard someone, but then was like, oh, it was a weird dream or a ghost or whatever, and that it was someone deciding they weren't a good target. And just slipping back into the darkness.
Yes, that's happened for sure.
Also, was it an ASMR sleep paralysis demon?
Oh,
Are you?
Thank you.
Just overshot a little too much. She's trying to relax.
Yeah. Chill out. That is so. Oof.
That's crazy.
That is
so
sleep
scary.
paralysis is scary.
That's a weirdly very scary thing to have whispered in your ear too.
Yeah.
Especially if you're alone, because it's the kind of thing that is whispered when someone is sleeping with you and they're scared of something.
Right.
Well, that
Are
messes
you
with your
awake?
mind. If you hear you awake, I immediately think, oh, it's basically, in other words, is this real or is it not? Are you sleeping? Are you? That's what I would. If somebody said, "Are you awake?" I'm like, "Am I? I don't know. I'm stuck in a time loop."
Now
with
I don't
a burning
know.
on.
Ooh, that
was very scary.
That was very scary. Oh my God.
I gotta say.
Have you guys ever been sleep paralysis?
Ish. I've never
Yeah.
seen any like shadow fit. It's been more of just like, oh, okay, come on. come on, get up, like that, but nothing intense and too scary.
That happened to me, but I woke up from it like pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like I shook it off. It's happened.
It is.
And I think it has to do with, and I equate that to bad energy more than anything. Mm-hmm. I was hanging out with some people around that time, and I was like, this can't be a coincidence, because I already felt weird about the people that I was hanging out with. And then when I was sleeping, came out of my closet, came after me, was like, ah! And
Oh my
I was
God.
like, but that hasn't happened since, and I'm not scared. Like, I don't, like, it's...
Yeah.
I mean, people who do study it, they lack of sleep, anxiety, depression, these are all things that can, that they find it happens more with, like...
It enhances the, the chance,
if you're already not sleeping well, then, like, that's, gonna be a better situation for that to happen, right?
Wow.
So maybe you're bad kid when you were hanging out with those
bad kids.
Those bad kids. You were partying.
Bad vibes.
You were partying
Bad
too
vibe
much and getting
kids.
bad vibes. You were going to weird warehouse parties.
Here's some sage.
Sage it.
It's a gift.
Yeah, I will say that I feel like now I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like today's stories were all very scary to me.
Yes.
I don't know how I could jinx
what
it.
is jinx it?
Well, maybe
Yeah,
people
What are we jinxing?
maybe they're just people smoking cigarettes with their legs up on their desk, being like,
that's it.
I wasn't fucking scared at all.
A dime? Oh, try a quarter.
Yeah. Now that's a scary
Then
coin to
call
get
me.
thrown at you.
No, I have like read tweets that was like, now tell me why I broke up with a girl 6 months ago, but just pulled one of her long hairs out of my butt crack and cried.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, that's funny.
That's more of a hygiene problem than anything.
Yeah.
It's weird
that's
though.
funny.
They could just come from anywhere though.
Hey, man.
Pulling them right out your butt crack. All
Listen,
right.
we've all been there.
We've all
been there.
all experienced that kind of pain. Yeah, these are really great. Carlos, tell people where they can find you.
So I am mostly on Instagram at, of course, it's Carlos. I think that's basically where everything kind of disseminates out from. I'm barely on Twitter. I've got to be better about it. But for the most part, Instagram is where you can find me. And again, second season of Gentefied coming out soon.
Woo.
In the fall. And Vacation Friends, August 27th, I believe, is when it comes out on Hulu.
Yes.
And I'm just excited for stuff to come out, because when you work and it doesn't come out, it's not real.
Yes.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing all these things and I have nothing to
feels
show
like
for
that.
it.
I know.
So I'm just excited to finally
Yay.
have some tape.
Oh,
Hell
yes. Oh,
Thank
thank you so much.
But thank you guys.
Carlos.
That was
You
such a great time. You guys are
It's so
fantastic.
fun.
This was very
you,
fun.
you got the best.
You're the best.
You're the best. Oh,
That was great.
that was incredible.
I love-
I'm truly. My hair's blown back.
Your
Look
hair
at it.
is just, you look something about Mary. It's, sticking straight back.
Straight back.
Oh, so good. Also,
So good.
look, I'm not trying to be meta here and talk about it, but my intros are so bad. I just have
you're
to.
doing great.
I like started talking about a baby and like blah blah blah. It's because it was the first time I've talked to humans today. I'm
Yeah,
like,
hey, I thought it was a perfect, I don't know what you would call it. Analogy? No, I don't know if it's not an analogy. It's not a metaphor. I thought it was a perfect
Stupid
example
things.
of time. I thought it was a perfect example of time.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad I brought it up again, just so people know.
I am too. I am too. And I hope it's, never mind. I was going to try to do baby time, but I don't even really know how to do it.
Yeah, but that's why I get weird, guys. If you ever wonder, it's probably because I never talked to anyone today.
Because Marcy has not talked to anybody.
Nope.
Nope, no way,
But
no how.
it was really great talking to him. He has so many great stories. I was rather shocked at how many like varied and interesting stories he had.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like his whole family, has
Very-
stuff going.
very dialed
very
in.
connected. Yeah, which is very cool.
Yeah, it was great. But now we're gonna read a few more listener stories. Yes.
I think so.
Now, just funny enough, this is entitled "My Uncle in the Air Force in His Alien Encounter."
Whoa!
Did
cool.
I say all those words correctly?
My uncle in the Air Force
and his alien encounter. Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure.
That sounded pretty good.
Ooh, had a moment there where I was like, this is stroke? No.
This is stroke now. No.
No. Okay, bye.
Well, see you later. Okay. Goodbye.
I've been insecure enough on this podcast. I'm sure no one wants to hear it. Okay, great. Dear Marcy and Betsy, first off, if you ever happen to read this on the air, please do not use the name associated with my email address. Great.
Okay.
The reasons will become clear once you read my story. I wonder if I should leave this out. Doesn't matter. Already in there. Great. Second, I love your podcast. Ever since I was a small child, I've had a lot of anxiety about supernatural paranormal phenomenon, but the way you two talk about it with such great senses of humor make it much easier for me to not be afraid.
Oh, yay.
That's the whole point. That's
so
what we
nice.
love. That's what you love to hear it, Betsy.
Love to hear it.
Absolutely.
Love to hear it.
Third and finally, I have a story about a possible alien encounter to share. The story is actually my uncle's. He told me this story a while ago, and it scared the shit out of me when I heard it. I've talked to my cousins, his kids, about the story, and they're pretty certain that he wasn't just making it up to scare us all. Ooh. Okay.
Yipes.
My uncle is a doctor, and he joined the Air Force so they would pay his way through medical school. Cool.
Nice, dude.
After he graduated from medical school, he was stationed in an Air Force base somewhere in Ohio. One night, he was suddenly woken by some airmen banging on his door.
Oh.
They said all the doctors were urgently needed and he had to come immediately. The airmen led him to a green hangar nearby. Inside, there were dozens of airmen who had been severely burned. I specifically remember him saying one of them looked as though half their face had been completely melted away. Oh my God.
Oh, fuck.
In addition to the burned men, there was also a silver oblong cylindrical aircraft emitting blue flames flying around that the airmen were trying to corral. Oh my God.
This is wild.
This is really wild. Also, those were a lot of big words I said in a row. Congratulations to me.
You're doing so good. You're saying all the words.
Oblong cylindrical aircraft emitting blue flames. Oh my God.
You're doing so good.
Why do I ever put myself down?
I don't know.
Okay.
Marcy, I don't know.
God, I'm not even going to read the rest. I was so excited. Okay. They could not get it under control, and eventually it just shot out of the hangar and out of sight. My uncle helped treat the men who had apparently been burned by this strange aircraft, and he had to sign a document promising he wouldn't speak of the incident for 20 years.
For 20 years?
Super weird.
Also, why not just be like, don't ever?
I guess they're like, no one will believe you, old man.
That's true. Very The Simpsons, like, let's spray, like when Kodos and Kang show up and then they spray Homer with rum so nobody believes him. And then Bart's like, sure you did, rummy. It's so good.
Although it's been more than 20 years since this happened, I'm still weary of letting it be widely known that my uncle told the story. Yeah. I don't want some men in black suddenly knocking on his or my door. Hence the request not to use my real name. My uncle never specifically said that he thought this mysterious aircraft belonged to aliens, but he said he had never seen anything like it. It is never... blah 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 blah. I really get tripped up on the has never so he said that he's never seen anything like it, has never seen anything like it since, and has no clue where it could have come from. Super fucking freaky, right? Anyway, Thanks for helping some of us face our spooky fears with the help of a little bit of humor. Sincerely, Lucy. Wow. That's terror. That's really really scary.
Like, it's you or it's
I know, you caught it too.
Like getting injured by this thing.
That's the part that's like really melted face. It's like, did the man with a melted face have to sign an NDA?
Right? And then it's like, well, what am I supposed to say? Well, not what you saw.
I guess you could
come
just
up
say,
with something better.
I guess in that case you'd be like, oh, I had an airplane crash.
True.
Or I walked behind a jet, whatever. Like someone turned on a jet without realizing I was behind it.
Right.
Now,
right.
They all sound, I mean, it's all tragic, a horrible accident. But when they said that there was like something flying around, when I realized it was inside a hangar, I had like so many more questions then.
Right. Because it's like, did they find it and bring it in?
Yeah. Like, did they?
And now, yeah.
Or is it, how big is it? Like,
Right. Right.
And like, how did they get it inside there? It's almost like a fly inside of a house or like a bird in a house. You're trying to get it like,
yes,
to like fly out or whatever. That's so weird.
It's so weird, dude. It is so weird. Oh, holy shit, man.
How many uncles have stories like this?
So many, I bet.
And how many 20s of years do we have to wait?
How many 20s?
How many 20s do we have to wait?
I don't know. That's so wild.
That was really that is one of the scarier stories.
Truly, yeah. I remember there was oh my God, Unsolved Mysteries that I saw as a kid where it was a UFO thing where a bunch of people saw a UFO and then they got really sick after, like just like kind of a crazy flu or like fever, pukey, that only for a couple of days, but like everybody who saw this thing got that, and that really scared me as a kid.
I wonder if that could even be like radiation poisoning or something.
Right. Which feels like that must, even if it is an alien unknown, not of this earth, something coming off of it where it's like, oh, our bodies can't handle this.
I mean, even something coming, I have no idea if when astronauts go into space, how long do they have to quarantine when they come back down to Earth? I would imagine it's a certain amount of time. I don't know if they still have to do that, but I feel like that is something that I maybe recall, maybe making up.
Whoa! Because of a like alien disease, just in case?
Well, I think maybe even just being closer to the sun than our atmosphere allows, and we have an ozone layer that protects us from the gases and stuff, and maybe radiation. Whoa. Like I don't know. I know literally nothing. I'm just saying thoughts that are entering my mind.
But they're good thoughts.
Hey man, yeah, try.
I like these thoughts. Whoa.
If you know if they quarantine spacemen, airmen and spacemen, let me know.
I think they're spacemen. Well, because it is even just like, if you go to a different climate and your body's not I'm just thinking of like heat stroke or something, where it is just like, my body is not used to this, man.
Or I had a friend, he's still my friend, fine.
Uh-oh.
I haven't talked to him in a while, but if we did, I'd be fine. So I have a friend that is a flight attendant, and I believe he went scuba diving and then had a flight early the next morning, and he got terribly sick from being down deep and then up in the air because he got the bends.
Gilly was telling me that of like, you're not allowed to fly within like 12 hours or something after, or something maybe bigger, like, where it's like, please don't fly if you go scuba diving.
Yeah, your body's
within this amount of time.
Your body's like, I can only do so much, man. I really can't.
Yeah, you want me to go down underwater and now up in the sky? Come on.
We literally did not plan for this when we were making humans. So
yeah, so
just please. All right,
please. Okay, I got one.
All righty.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Colonial ghosts, theater ghosts, and my spooky LA experience.
I mean, I'm into all of these things.
I'm into all of these too. Okay. Hi, Betsy and Marcy. First off, I love the podcast. Thanks for helping me stay sane through my workday, through having COVID, through quarantine, etc.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. I'm glad you're
doing all right.
Doing all right. Oh my gosh. Thanks for listening.
That's intense.
Glad we could help. Okay, on to the ghosts. I was born and raised in the suburbs of Philadelphia, specifically in a super old area right on the Delaware River, like the same area where George Washington and his men supposedly crossed the river. Needless to say, there's a lot of history there. Despite that, my brothers and I grew up in a cookie-cutter townhome development that was built the year I was born. Prior to that construction, however, the area was densely wooded and apparently unsettled by anyone. I'll be the first person to call BS on that. As you can probably imagine, at this point, our house was definitely haunted. Some of my earliest memories are of waking up in the middle of the night as a young kid and hearing a deep, loud male voice speaking a language I did not understand outside my bedroom door.
Oh my God.
I never felt threatened or unsafe by this, but I heard the voice on a very regular basis.
Oh my God.
Oof, my parents' room was right next door, and I used to hear the voice coming from there too if I was ever upstairs by myself, specifically from the old desktop computer in the corner of the room. It was the mid-90s BTW, and the computer was turned off most of the time.
Yeah, man, different times. We didn't leave our computers always on like we do now.
No. You just shut it down.
You
and then it
had
would
to.
take so long to boot back up.
Oh, and if you didn't shut it down, it would get so hot.
It would get so hot. I feel I may have talked about this. I remember one time my mom came out of our guest room / computer room, and my dad and I were watching TV. She comes out and she's like, the computer is smoking red. And we ran in and sure enough, computer smoking red. And then the color red never was in our computer monitor again.
Oh, do you think it was like, I don't know how the color red had the red light maybe was burnt out or something.
Maybe, man. I don't know, dude. But it truly was. And my mom was so sad because she loved to play free cell. And she's like, I don't know which one is which.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Isn't that weird?
Oh my God.
Computer smoking red.
Family.
And we, of course, were just like, Mom, what'd you do? I was like, Sue, you broke it. She's like, oh, shut up. She's like, you were playing free cell so hard. You destroyed it, man.
Oh, God.
Anyways, okay. Also remember, you would have to turn it on and be like, okay, in 30 minutes I can use the computer.
Yeah. Honestly,
so long.
That's how my fucking internet is these days. I have to, anytime I know that we're going to Zoom or I have anything like big files, I'm like, let me turn my internet off for 10 minutes, then turn it back on.
And then turn it back on. Oh, I know.
Fucking
okay.
Fucking dummy.
Fucking dummy. When my younger brother was born, my twin brother and I moved from our room on the second floor to a renovated attic / loft space on the third floor. It was creepy.
I mean,
it sounds kind of cool, but also spooky.
I mean, it does sound like what you would want as a kid, but
right. But after one night, be like, no,
it's hot. It's hot up here. There's no AC because it wasn't built for that.
Yeah. The corner of the room that my brother's bed faced was perpetually dark. No matter how much light was coming in from the legit giant skylight windows on the ceiling.
Oh my God.
And he always felt like someone was there, sitting in a chair and watching him.
Oh my God.
Oh God, no. Both my brother and I had horrible nightmares in that room, including one from which both of us woke up after feeling a pair of hands grab us at the same time.
Oh, what if they were just having that twin thing where it only grabbed one of them, but the other one felt it?
Ooh, I mean, either way, creepy, nasty.
Oh my God.
I always had dreams where I saw terrible things I had never seen before. Oh my God. Like dissected? Yeah.
Dissected, yeah.
Yeah, like dissected human body parts, almost like diagrams in an anatomy textbook.
Holy shit.
And human-like figures without faces watching us from the skylight.
What the hell?
This is fucked up, man. There was also one night when we were so overcome with the feeling of something evil in the room with us that we were physically unable to stay in the room. Call it twin telepathy, but we both jumped out of our beds and sprinted down the stairs at the same time without actually discussing the feeling first. To be honest, these creepy-ass things happen so frequently that I, who was only 6 years old by the time we moved out, just kind of assumed that this shit was normal.
Aww.
That's sad. When we moved to a different house in the same neighborhood, BTW, I fully expected the same kind of activity to occur, but was honestly shocked when nothing happened. The dreams, the darkness, and the voice stopped. Whoa, dude. And that is such a, like...
so weird.
That is such a thing where it's just like, I guess this is just normal, right?
I mean, it's like a good and a bad thing. Like good that you're like, well, this is just what happens, but bad that you're like, well, I guess this is my life now.
I gotta get weird when like it doesn't happen.
I gotta just deal with this forever, I guess.
I guess so. Flash forward 10 years to my high school theater days. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking.
The way that you felt, the mood, the mystery.
I love it.
Oh, my God.
I love it. We finally referred to the theater at my high school as the Cave because it was dark, freezing, and a little damp at all times.
Just where I like to perform.
And we often joked that it was haunted. One day before a rehearsal, I was sitting in the cave by myself, and I heard some rustling coming from the AV cart across the room. When I looked, I saw a spare wheel that was laying on the cart flip itself up and roll off the cart towards me. Super freaked out, but also intent on staying there, I said, okay, I'm just sitting here. If it's okay, I'm going to stay. And the energy of the room calmed down. Later that night, while on stage, I looked out into the house and saw half of a person, like from the waist up, standing in the aisle. I thought I was just seeing things because of how bright the stage lights were, but the person remained no matter how much I blinked.
Oh, my God.
After a moment, it turned up the aisle and disappeared.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, man, theaters are so spooky and
I know.
fun.
Why is it that everyone's like, every theater is haunted?
I mean, I feel you said it at some point of just like, it's a lot of just like desperate energy.
And people like to go to theater.
And people like to go to the theater. Yeah, they might not even be a part, like performers or part of stage managers or ward, whoever. They might just be like, I like watching high school theater. Okay.
The theater. Also, they have the ghost light thing that's spooky.
Yeah. One of the last things we did before pandemic was we went and saw Shrek the Musical at Calabasas High School.
Oh my God.
It ruled.
That is so fun.
It was so much fun.
That sounds so fun.
It ruled so hard.
Oh my God. That's going to be a fun thing to do whenever we can all be like inside forever again.
Yeah.
Forever.
I can't wait. Okay. This last story is the experience that has scared me the most. About 3.5 years ago, I was visiting some friends in LA. girl. That's just mine, and that's not written in there.
Yeah.
LA rules.
I love LA.
To be totally real, LA gives me the weirdest vibe.
Fair.
Okay.
I will say
fair enough.
Fair. There are vibes here. Also, I saw someone talking about this online that they're like, that like Los Angeles is full of bad energy. And it's like, well, you're on Hollywood Boulevard, dude. Like, come on. Like you
gotta find your good energy.
It's like going to Times Square and be like, oh my gosh, this is like so many weird people. You're like, yeah, that's where they go. That's a tourist there. Like, it's not, that's not the vibe. That's not like.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Where it's like, no, it does have weird vibes.
Yes. But we love it.
Yeah. You find, I love it so much.
I love
Couldn't
LA.
live anywhere else. I love it so much.
I've lived other places and I lived in New York. I lived in Louisiana. I lived in Florida. I love LA.
Yes. I love Colorado. New York, I'm hot and cold on, pretty cold. It's a little too much for old Sonaro.
I mean, the weather's hot and cold too, Betsy, so.
Yep. So it's all working out. Before I even got to my friend's place, I felt incredibly uneasy for no identifiable reason. Anywho, my friends lived in an older duplex in Koreatown, probably built in or around the 1920s. Excuse me. When I got there, the uneasy vibes quadrupled. I shook it off as being tired from traveling and tried to let it go. Flash forward to about 3 a.m. I was sleeping in the living room when I was suddenly woken up by what I can only describe as chanting. Ew, that's nasty. It was a low male singing voice that was a bit garbled. Honestly, it was reminiscent of the spooky operatic opening of that Justin Timberlake song, Cry Me a River. If that makes any sense at all. That's very funny.
It does make sense more.
Oh my God. It was accompanied by what sounded like rushing water and retching.
Oh, dear
but
Lord.
I couldn't pinpoint exactly where it was coming from. This was unsettling as fuck. Yeah, that's disgusting. Rushing water and retching is awful description. Nobody else in the house woke up, and the chant / water / retching continued for hours. Needless to say, I didn't sleep much that night.
Honestly, that was just a neighbor doing an ayahuasca trip.
Honestly, maybe.
How easily could that be what's going on, right? Which is also spooky and trippy in its own right, but just like...
Right.
Barf.
Ugh. The next day, I casually asked my friends if they heard anything. They had not. I tried to brush it off as a crazy neighbor or a drunk guy on the street, but I wasn't convinced. To my horror, this continued every night for the entire week that I was there.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
It sounded like it was inside the walls, and nobody but me heard it. It didn't feel natural. Also, for the record, the neighbors downstairs were a young and quiet family.
Okay.
It seemed unlikely that they were the culprit of this horrifying nightly display.
Did they not seem like they were doing ayahuasca trips every single night?
Maybe that's why they were so chill in the day. It's like, okay, kids, we got to do our ayahuasca.
Night. Mommy and Daddy have to trip now.
This experience shook me so much that I didn't tell anyone about it until this year. I truly have no explanation for this. My friends still live in that apartment and haven't had any experiences to my knowledge, but they did find an unidentifiable, mysterious bag of brown powder in their place shortly after I left. I have no idea if this is related or what that powder could have been, but it was strange enough that they felt the need to reach out to me to see if I knew anything about it. Cue the shoulder shrugs. Those are my spookiest experiences. Sending lots of love from NYC. Best, Rachel. Wow.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that indeed? Holy shit.
Now I'm looking up, like, what does black tar heroin look like? Not like that, guys. It doesn't look like that. I looked it up. I thought maybe it could be powdery, but it's more like...
regular heroin look like?
Oh, yeah. What is heroin? Let's just look up Google imaging heroin. Because we're so sweet. We no. Well, maybe some. But because that could, if there were perhaps someone shooting up in the hallway, or maybe even inside the fucking walls. I don't know.
I know. Oh my God, that's so scary.
But also, like, finding like a mysterious little bag of powder is like, what? Was it a curse or something? Like, oh God, did like someone at Union Station throw it into your bag, man?
Oh God, that's so scary.
Oh my! I said, oh
my goodness, that's so scary. Are you being perfect Australian accent?
Our classical perfect Australian accents.
We're so good at that, mate.
Oh yeah. I don't that I feel a bit dumbfounded by this email.
I do too. It's spooky, man.
It is a
lot of very spooky, and it's once again like we were talking about of like they've had so many of these experiences,
yeah,
or like a good amount where it is like, are these entities and stuff being like, oh, here's someone, let's hit them up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But physically finding something is why I was like, is this like a curse? Or
yeah, that's very strange.
I mean, but that house too, like, ugh.
Right.
Something's up though. Something is up.
Something's afoot.
I tell you, I tend to lean to most things are benign.
Right.
Or it's just like it's trying to scare you to get a rise from you, right? That's where I tend to fall. This feels a little more malevolent, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something nastier.
Something. Like
I hate
especially just like nobody else hearing it.
Yeah, I'm unsettled.
I'm very unsettled.
Hopefully,
rushing water and retching is very scary.
Yeah.
Two very scary sounds to hear.
So yeah.
When you're nowhere near a very choppy creek.
Honestly, we barely have any water in Los Angeles at all.
I know.
Especially Koreatown's very far from the river.
Right.
Right. I hate to like shit on K-Town though, you know. I hate to think that
Koreatown rules.
K-Town's awesome, man. You could get some. They have some of the great
best
barbecue
food in the whole wide world.
The most authentic food in the whole wide world. They got good karaoke places. Great weird dessert places in K-Town.
It rules. K-Town rules.
All I'm saying is maybe, I know it's been about 4 years. Why don't you come on back and try it out again and see if maybe
come on back to LA. It rules.
Maybe you won't hear any retching and rushing water. And yeah, that's fucked up, man. I don't know. Also, like, there's something I think especially scary when you're not in your own environment.
Yeah.
And you're like, especially like in someone else that you like. I feel so weird staying with people sometimes.
I do too. I'm now like, they have to be unbelievably close. Even sometimes like with family, I'm like, I'll gladly stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Like I'll gladly, if that's easy, you know, like it has to be a very like comfortable.
Yeah.
Or truly just like one night. I can do one night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just am kind of over that now of like crashing.
Yeah. It's mostly just like, yeah, you're like, I'm in your space and I feel weird about it. Yeah. It's all lots of layers to it.
Yeah. It's like, I need my own space.
Yeah. However, I love.
What if I clog your toilet?
What if I break your toilet? What if I
break your toilet?
What if I leave all my smack around your place?
Yeah, see, that's awkward. And then we're gonna have awkward time.
Awkward. I'm adorable.
Awkward.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about this one, Rach. This is fucked.
Yeah, it's spooky. Your whole life has been a little spooky, but hey.
You made
that's
it.
All right.
You made it.
You're living in New York. You can handle anything.
We didn't even talk about the faceless.
Oh, people looking through the skylight.
I hate that. That's like
this
Slender.
attic sounds awful.
That is like Slender Man shit there. You know what I'm
That
saying?
is very Slendy Man-y.
Ugh, no, I don't like it.
We don't need that. Did you ever watch the Lifetime movie based off of the Slender Man
Killings? I have not. Does it disrespect the people involved? Seems like it would.
I mean, you know how those Lifetime movies are, where it's like, this is not official.
This is definitely, we've taken some twists and some turns.
Couple of liberties. Or truly, we aren't even addressing the most interesting part of these stories.
Yes,
a lot of that, where it's like,
I don't know why all of a sudden one of the mothers is having an affair.
Yeah, but I guess we're following that now for the rest of the movie.
All right, sure.
Oh, wow. Wow.
These were great though, guys.
These were awesome. Keep sending them in. We truly do love them.
Yeah.
It's a true highlight of every week. Getting to read and get scared.
Every week. And I love when I hear stuff that I haven't heard before too.
Yeah.
Melted face. Ugh.
Oh, goodness gracious. So scary.
Barf.
Oof.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and send us some more.
Yay. Keep them coming, please. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy. And don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.